You're seeing this right now. This is my actual account. And that number right there is $5,500 in rewards sitting in my BingX rewards hub. I'm not going to explain what that means yet. First, I need to tell you about one mistake that makes most people lose this bonus completely, and I promise I'll get to that. Quick and honest moment before we go further. I do have a partnership with BingX through their referral program. So if you sign up using my code or my link, we both get rewarded, and I want to be upfront about that instead of hiding it somewhere in the description. Also, since this involves crypto and trading, I need to say clearly, this is not financial advice. Crypto is volatile, and whatever you decide to do with your money is your call, not mine. Okay, with that out of the way, let's actually get into it. So here's what I'm going to walk you through today. I'm going to show you exactly how to use the referral code. I'm going to answer the question everyone's actually scared to ask, which is whether BingX is even safe to use. And I'm going to show you the exact steps so you don't accidentally lose the bonus you came here for. I'll drop everything you need, the code and the direct link, down in the description, so you can just watch first and act whenever you're ready. Now, a little context, because I know some of you have never touched BingX before. BingX has been around since 2018. It went through a rebrand around 2021, and it's mostly known these days for one specific thing, copy trading. That's basically where you can follow what experienced traders are doing and mirror their trades automatically, which is a big reason beginners gravitate toward this exchange instead of, say, a purely order book-heavy platform. All right, now let's get into the part almost nobody talks about, and honestly, this is the part that matters most. Is BingX actually safe? Because look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend everything's been perfect. In 2024, BingX had a security breach, and yes, funds were taken from their hot wallets. I'm telling you this straight up because if I don't, and you find out later from some comments section, you're going to trust me a lot less, and honestly, you should. Here's what actually matters though, what happened after. BingX covered the losses for affected users out of their own reserve fund, and they didn't stop there. They rebuilt their entire security system and rolled out something called ShieldX, which is a real-time monitoring system built specifically to catch unusual withdrawal patterns before they turn into another incident. On top of that, the vast majority of user funds sit in cold storage, meaning they're not even connected to the internet. You've got two-factor authentication, you've got withdrawal address whitelisting, so even if somebody got your password, they couldn't just send your funds to some random wallet. And every month, they publish proof of reserves data, so you can actually check that the funds match up. On the regulatory side, BingX Global operates under a digital currency exchange registration with Austrac in Australia, and their European entity is registered as a virtual asset service provider under Lithuania's Financial Crime Investigation Authority. Now I'll be straight with you, that's not the same tier of oversight you'd get from a major banking regulator, and BingX isn't available in some countries, including the US, the UK, Canada, and mainland China. So if you're in one of those places, this isn't going to work for you anyway. But for the regions where it does operate, what I just described is a legitimate, functioning security and compliance setup, not just marketing language on a web page. So, take that information, weigh it against your own risk comfort, and decide for yourself. That's really all I can honestly tell you. All right, let's get practical now. I'm going to show you exactly how to register and where that referral code actually goes. So you open up the sign-up page, you enter your email or your phone number, you set your password, and then right below that, there's a field labeled referral code. This is the part people mess up. You need to enter the code right here, during this step. Not after you've already created your account, because BingX doesn't let you add it retroactively. The code is ZORVTA. Or honestly, easier option, just use the link in the description and it'll fill that code in automatically, so you don't even have to type it. Once that's in, you finish email verification and your account is officially linked to the welcome rewards. Now let's actually break down that $5,500 number, because I think this is where a lot of confusion happens and where other videos on this topic just don't explain anything. It is not a single lump sum sitting in your account the second you sign up. It's a structured rewards package that unlocks in pieces as you complete specific actions. You get a mystery box just for registering, another one when you complete identity verification, another one tied to your first deposit, and another tied to your first trade. There are also fee discount vouchers in there, and in some cases trial funds you can trade with. The amounts inside each mystery box vary, that's just how the mechanic works, but they stack up toward that total welcome package value. The reason I'm walking you through this instead of just repeating the big number is simple. I'd rather you know exactly what you're unlocking and when, instead of assuming it just appears. Now, since copy trading is really the thing BingX is known for, let me actually show you how that works, because this is where a lot of the value shows up in practice. Inside the app, there's a copy trading section where you can browse different traders. Before you copy anyone, look at three things: their ROI over time, their drawdown, which basically tells you how much risk they take on, and how many people are already following them. You are not guaranteed to make money doing this. I want to be really clear about that. Copy trading still carries real risk. You're essentially trusting someone else's strategy with your funds, and past performance doesn't guarantee anything going forward. But if you're brand new to trading and the idea of reading candlestick charts feels overwhelming, this is a lower friction way to get exposure to the market while you learn. And this is actually a good moment to mention fees, because that affects your returns either way. Spot trading fees sit around 0.1%, while futures trading has separate maker and taker rates that are typically lower than that. If leverage is something you plan to use, understand that it amplifies both gains and losses, so please don't go in at high leverage as your first move on this platform. Okay, let's bring this together with something practical, a quick checklist so you don't lose any part of this bonus. 1. Enter the referral code during sign-up, not after. 2. Complete identity verification within the window BingX gives you. 3. Check the specific requirements for each mystery box, because deposit and trading thresholds can vary. 4. Don't create a second account to try to get extra rewards. That violates their terms and can get both accounts flagged. 5. Actually open the rewards hub yourself and claim each box. Some of them don't unlock automatically. If you follow that, you're not leaving anything on the table. So if you've made it this far and you're thinking about actually doing this, use the link in the description. It's the easiest way to make sure the code ZORVTA is applied correctly from the very first step. No typing, no room for error. Just a few quick things people always ask. Can you add the referral code after signing up? No, it has to go in during registration. Does the code expire? Promotions can change over time, so always check the current terms on the page linked below. Do you need a huge deposit to get anything? No, the initial mystery boxes are tied to small actions like verification and your first trade, not massive deposit amounts. So, quick recap. That's how the referral code and the welcome package actually work. That's the real story on BingX's security situation, both the past incident and what they did afterward, and that's exactly how to avoid losing any part of what you're signing up for. I wanted this video to actually answer the questions you had before clicking, not just repeat a bonus number at you. If that was useful, the code again is ZORVTA, links right below, and hitting subscribe helps a lot if you want more honest breakdowns like this one instead of the recycled stuff that's all over this topic right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.